God give you good day, you judicious proprietors of the Survivor Company. We entreat you to grant us a charter to host an episode of your fair show in England's newly founded southern colonies. Here we depict the struggles of a man in this most hostile land so that you may be intrigued into beginning a production here. Mr. Roy Wulf has recently moved to Carolina from Virginia to pursue a new life after the death of his wife. He is one of many small landowners in this region, the largest group in the South's rigid social structure. While not as poor as those landless folk or indentured servants, his life is still much harder than that of the planter elite, who dominate much of Southern culture and politics.
The lifespan for a man like Mr. Wulf is cruelly short, with the average man perishing at 20 years of age, usually due to diseases bred in the many foul-smelling swamps and transmitted by the accursed mosquito. As seen, men like Mr. Wulf cannot find adequate medical attention, as a lack of good road networks and the plantation economy make towns far and rare in the South. It is difficult to seek respite in God, for churches are too few and far.
While the southern climate breeds disease, it also yields good crops. To make sufficient income for himself, Mr. Wulf has begun seeking farmland to grow tobacco, but in addition to growing these commercial crops, he must ensure that he has enough food and game to feed himself, lest he falls ill to the merciless hand of malnutrition and starvation. Across the region, hundreds of white Englishmen who make up the dominant demographic in the area grow crops like tobacco that sell with high profits, but their farming habits strip the soil of nutrients, causing them to push farther into Indian territory and run the risk of getting attacked by natives. Mr. Wulf is considering starting to grow rice, a crop which is edible and does not deplete the soil for this reason. Apart from surprise attacks from unhappy natives, survivors will also have to deal with other type of attacks. Due to the southern colonies' proximity to Spanish Florida and other European colonies, incursions from other countries, especially Spain, are not uncommon. Perhaps in the future, the large colony of Carolina could be partitioned into several colonies, with one serving as a buffer against Spanish Florida.
The Spanish are coming!
Small landowners like Mr. Wulf often have to defend themselves from Indian attacks with little support from the planter elite and county administrations or the king and his colonial governor.
They're attacking! They're attacking!
At the end of the day, Mr. Wulf says a prayer for his wife. He'll try to go to church in the morning, but the distance from his farm to the nearest town makes the journey quite risky. He has a small meal before going to sleep for the night. Producers. This has been the Southern Colonies promotional video for the next edition of Survivor Colonies. We hope you elect to grace our region with your presence and show.